We all know her name, but for centuries, she's been cast as the mother who manipulated a blessing. What if that deception wasn't just a scheme, but the weight of a woman carrying a prophecy that everyone else seemed to have forgotten? If you've ever felt like the fixer in your family, or if you've had to make a hard choice to protect a promise God gave you, then this story is for you. Long before the family conflict, there was a girl with a water jar and a heart of gold. Today, we're reclaiming the story of the woman who didn't just wait for destiny, she ran to meet it. Welcome to EmpowerHer Bible Tales. This is the story of Rebekah, the woman of the radical yes. Our story begins at a well in Mesopotamia. Rebekah didn't know she was being watched that day. She went to the well to do what she did every single day, manual labor. When a weary stranger asked her for a sip of water, she didn't just offer him a drink. She looked at his 10 thirsty camels and volunteered to water them all until they were finished. To put that in perspective, 10 camels can drink up to 300 gallons of water. This wasn't just being nice. This was grit. This was stamina. This was a woman who saw a need and didn't wait to be asked twice. Success often finds you when you're simply being faithful in the ordinary chores of life. God didn't choose a woman sitting on a throne. He chose the woman who was willing to get her hands dirty. Are you overlooking the well in your life while waiting for a palace? When the stranger revealed he was sent by Abraham to find a wife for Isaac, the moment of truth arrived. Rebekah's family wanted her to stay for 10 more days to say goodbye, but the servant was urgent. They turned to Rebekah and asked the life-altering question, "Will you go with this man?" She didn't ask for a week to pack her bags or a background check on Isaac. She looked at the horizon and said 2 words that changed history, "I will go." That yes required her to leave everything familiar for a man she had never seen. Rebekah teaches us that sometimes, your destiny requires you to move faster than your fears. But Rebekah's life wasn't a fairy tale once she reached Canaan. Like Sarah before her, she faced 20 years of barrenness. When she finally conceived, the struggle began literally inside her womb. Distressed, she went to God, and He gave her a heavy prophecy, 2 nations are in your womb, and the older shall serve the younger. This is where Rebekah's story gets complicated. Years later, she saw her husband, Isaac, favoring the older son, Esau. She saw the divine prophecy being ignored in favor of tradition. We often call Rebekah manipulative for tricking Isaac into blessing Jacob, but look at it through the lens of a mother holding a word from God that the rest of the world was trying to overwrite. She wasn't just helping God, she was protecting a promise. Was her method flawed? Yes. Was her conviction unshakable? Absolutely. There is a cost to being the one who carries the weight of a promise. To save that blessing and protect Jacob from his brother's rage, Rebekah had to send her son away. She told him to stay with her brother for a few days until things cooled down. Those few days turned into 20 years. Rebekah never saw Jacob again. She is a powerful reminder that even when we do the right thing for the right reasons, the messy middle can be heartbreaking. God worked through her flaws to keep the lineage of the Messiah intact, but she carried the weight of the sacrifice in silence. So, what does Rebekah say to the modern woman today? She says that your hard work in the small things is preparing you for great things. She says that when God opens a door, you must have the courage to say, "I will go," without looking back. And she reminds us that even if your family dynamic feels fractured, God is still writing a story of grace through you. If you're ready to say, "I will go," to whatever God has for you this year, I want you to write "I will go" in the comments. Let's encourage one another to be women of radical action. Don't forget to like and subscribe to EmpowerHer Bible Tales. Remember, your story isn't over, and like Rebekah, your yes can shift the course of generations.